Not only was it the owner's first car, it also helped launch his career. Hi, it's Bud Wilkinson. Today it's a story on a 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1.
Okay, now hold on, I'm warning you. My name is Bill Fioretti from Hamden, Connecticut. I own the 69 Mustang Mach 1. I've owned it since August 28th, 1969. It was my 16th birthday present.
Yes, Bill Fioretti got his high-performance Mustang when he was in high school. He's 72 years old now. What possessed you to get it?
Okay, what possessed me to get it was I saw my first Mustang parked at a Ford dealership in late 68. First 69 Mustang, I should say. I wanted a Corvette when I was 15, but as soon as I saw the style of this car, I said to Mom and Dad, that's the car I want. I want a 69 Mustang Mach 1. So that's the car they presented me with for my 16th birthday.
But the one that he got wasn't the first one that he looked at or wanted.
The one that I saw had a 428 Cobra Jet Mach 1. It was a full tilt boogie optioned out Mustang, and I brought my mother and father down to the dealer to see that car in the showroom, and my mother saw the shaker scoop with the hole in the hood, and she asked the salesman, what is that for? And the salesman said, well, that gives it more power, makes it go faster. She said, straight out, Bill, we ain't getting you one of those. So 2 weeks later, they presented me with this car at a different dealership.
Fioretti's been a Mustang fan ever since, and in 1986 opened a muscle car restoration business that specializes in Mustangs. It's called Mostly Mustangs. Your entire career has revolved around Mustangs,
right.
All because of this car?
Absolutely. The die was stamped the day I saw this car, and my father turned around to me, and I was shaking as a 16-year-old kid, and I didn't know he bought the car for me. He just took me to another dealership and said, Bill, happy birthday, congratulations, this is your car. When we saw the car being prepped at a Ford dealership, I was so nervous I couldn't drive it. I had to drive my father's truck home, but the die was stamped that day.
The Mach 1 came with a 351 cubic inch, 290 horsepower Windsor V8 engine, but Fioretti has boosted the horsepower to about 450. It has an automatic transmission. This still has some giddy up.
It's got a lot of giddy up. It'll actually, today it'll beat a 428 car. It's quicker than a 428 car for the modifications that I made through the years.
How did it happen that you've kept it all these years?
Well, it was all about a passion. I was a perfectionist anyway. I kept everything had to be neat and clean and orderly, etc. But with this car, I just fell in love with the styling. I fell in love with the performance. And I fell in love with the people that were in love with the car. People used to give me thumbs up everywhere I drove the car, even back in the day. There were plenty of these muscle cars around and collector cars back in the day that we consider collector cars today. But this one stood out. I don't know if it was the red color, if it was the styling, but people just got drawn to it. And due to that, I used to street race it. I call it off-road racing. I used to off-road race it, and I used to also race it at the Connecticut Dragway back in the day, and I did very well with it. So I only drove it occasionally. I never drove it in the rain or the snow. I only got caught once parked at a car show where it got rained on. I don't even know if the windshield wipers work on it, to be honest with you. I mean, this car monetarily isn't worth that much, but to me it's worth millions.
The Mach 1 has been driven fewer than 14,000 miles in 57 years.
I went to the University of New Haven in 1972. From late 69 until 72, I drove the car. After that, I had to bought another car just to drive around in, just to be, for transportation. So this car was basically just a garage queen and an occasional weekend car, weekend warrior car. From 1972 until today, I put 500 miles on it.
What milestones have you experienced with this car?
Okay, graduation from high school, my first date, lots of fun times, a lot of firsts. I can't even remember the first, though I do have them all chronicled. But all important events in my life, basically, when I was driving this car for the first couple of years, when I did drive it, they are somehow tied to this car, and this car is somehow tied to those events.
Why don't you use it more at this point?
I don't use it more because I like to keep it in this condition, and it's in a will to my family. It's non-negotiable. Anything else that I own other than my father's house that he built will be up for sale eventually, if it isn't already. I own a couple other cars. They're up for sale. This car will never be. It's in a family will. It's being willed to a family member with the same last name as mine.
Among his other cars is another 1969 Mach 1, the version that he originally wanted with a 428 cubic inch Cobra jet engine. That's my ride in Hamden, Connecticut. For CT Insider, I'm Bud Wilkinson.